Hi and welcome to tonight's brainstorming session for the impact link.
Hi everyone, hello.
Thank you so much for joining us for tonight's session. We are very excited that you are here. In fact, we are brainstorming in 2 different continents and in 4 different countries, which is Switzerland, Germany, Spain, and Argentina. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. To make this session as productive as we possibly can, we decided to do some video instructions and then some live Skype session with you guys so we can really all get most out of this session. But before we start, we'd like to present ourselves.
So hi, hello, my name is Luz, you can call me Luchi. I'm from Argentina, so hi Caro if you are there, thank you for joining us. And I studied international affairs. I'm currently trying to do the world a better place. I have quit my job and here with Melanie we are doing our best to make the world a better place. So bye.
Okay, thank you, Luchi. So I'm Melanie. I'm originally a medical doctor, now hopefully on the way to become a change maker in society. And when Luchi and I met, we kind of found that we both have the same vision of empowering people to have a positive impact in society. And I think the vision came a bit from the feeling of the world going down the drain, and then we were like both, shit, we have to do something about it. We really want to do something about it. And this is how we created the impact link. So what is the impact link? Well, right now it's really a huge vision. It's a vision of empowering people to take their responsibility in society. It's a vision of making this world a better place and of really having each individual feel responsible for where the world is going. We have had some ideas on how to do it, but then came one day where we decided, no, before we have ideas, we really want to have good data. We want to know if the ideas that we propose are based on what the needs are in society. So this is how we embarked on the journey of design research. Now, design research is very different from the market research, which we're normally used to. Market research is where you gather a lot of data and you do as many interviews as you can, and you get a lot of things, and all based on logic and analytics. Design research is very different because it's based on empathy. It's called human-centered design, and it's really based on understanding the needs of each individual who we talk to, and thus then generate value for the whole of society. And we will now show you the 5 steps of design research. The step number 1 is to define the challenge. So defining the challenge is what we want to do with our project. And we define our challenge as motivate millennials to have a sustainable impact in society. With millennials, we mean any person between 18 and 35 years old. After having defined the challenge, we then went into gathering information. And there's 3 ways to gather information. Way number 1 is to observe. We went to Women's March Barcelona and had a look like, well, what do people look like who actually already are doing something or are trying to change society, and what can we learn from them? Then we did interviews, 11 design research interviews, which are very deep, where we talk to the people and we really want to find out, like, what is it that hurts you? What is it that you want to change? And then we also did, because we are both a bit nerds and we wanted to know more, we also did an online interview, which we got 97 replies, which is quite a cool number, on like what is it that impedes you from doing something sustainable for society. And the third part is research. Well, we read a lot of books, a lot of articles, and we gathered all the knowledge that we have to really make a difference. Then came the fun part, because after having had all of this information, we had to gather it all together. And this is when we started to fill 430 post-its with all the insights that we had, and then we tried to rearrange them in an order that would make sense. And it was a huge party of post-its, which wasn't only funny but also fun. And then we came to step number 3. So step number 3 is generating insights. How do we generate insights? Well, first we captured the data, then we arranged the data in a way that makes sense, and then we crafted insights. An insight is something new that you learn from the data, and it might be memorable, it might be interesting and authentic, like really coming from your end users. So just as an example, one insight that we had is people can be mobilized by negative situations or feelings such as fear and anger, yet they build on positive narratives, love, vision. So they all told us that they started to do something because they were very angry, and then they said, but you can't build on anger, build on love, build on love. And so from this insight, which is maybe not that new, but which was beautiful to have it verified by so many people, we then generated a how might we question. So from this insight, we then asked, how might we leverage negative emotions to create positive outcomes in society? And this is one of the questions that we will be brainstorming with you. And brainstorming is actually step number 5, which we will be doing very soon. Before we do brainstorming though, we would like to all get to know each other. So please get ready for your brainstorm. For your brainstorm, you're going to need your computer and a piece of paper and a pen. And with this pen, you're going to choose a number between 1 and 3, write it on the paper. And then you're going to connect to Skype and wait for us to call and maybe even put a little smile on.